In this video, we will cover the top 6 mistakes of traders in more detail. And as I mentioned in the previous video, these are the top 6 mistakes of traders. Number 1, the lack of a trading plan. Number 2, the lack of discipline to actually follow the plan. Number 3, the failure to control emotions. Number 4, failure to accept and limit losses. Number 5, lack of commitment. And number 6, overtrading. So let's take a look at these mistakes in more detail, and I'll show you some tips and tricks on how to avoid these mistakes. Let's start with number 1, the lack of a trading plan. First of all, you need to understand that a trading plan is more than just a trading strategy. A trading strategy basically specifies when to enter and when to exit a market. A trading plan is more comprehensive. In a trading plan, you specify your trading goals, and we have talked about those in the previous video. Which markets you want to trade. Then, of course, a trading plan specifies when to enter and when to exit. But it also contains important aspects of risk management, money management, and many other aspects. Later in this module, I will show you exactly what should be in your trading plan. So do not make this mistake. Please take the time to actually write down your trading plan. But it's not enough to just write it down once and then never ever take a look at it again. You should have your trading plan on your desk every single day. You should review your trading plan before you even start trading. At the end of the day, you should review the trades and compare them to what you have specified in your trading plan and say, did I follow my trading plan today? Grade yourself. Later on in module number 7, we will show you how a typical day in a trader's life should look like, and we will talk about this more. So make your trading plan a living document that is on your desk and that you review at least twice a day. First, before you start trading, and second, after you're done with trading, so that you can compare how you did throughout the day. Reason number 2 why traders lose money is the lack of discipline. And you see, many traders have a trading plan, but they don't follow the trading plan. So why is that? Actually, there are 2 reasons for it. Reason number 1 is that traders are not comfortable with their trading plan. This can be for a variety of reasons. For example, the trading plan calls for a stop loss that is too large for your trading account, or it doesn't have enough trading action, or it specifies the wrong trading times. Let me give you a couple of examples here to these points. Let's just assume that you have a $5,000 account and you came across a trading strategy that you incorporated in your trading plan that calls for a stop loss of $2,000. See, obviously this trading strategy is not for you, because if you just face 2 or 3 losses in a row, your account is wiped out. Or if you're an active day trader looking for anywhere between 5 to 10 trades per day, and you come across a trading strategy that just specifies or just gives you 1 trading opportunity per day, you might not follow the plan because it's not what you're looking for. It's very important that you first, as we discussed in the previous video, specify your goals, and based on these goals, based on these parameters, look for a trading strategy that supports these goals. The second reason why traders do not follow their trading plan are emotions, which basically leads me right into the next point. The next mistake that traders make, the failure to control emotions. So what are emotions, or what emotions do we face as traders? Well, we all know about greed and fear. You've heard about this many times. But there are other emotions that we experience as well. For example, indecision. Did it ever happen to you that you looked at your charts and you were wondering, is now a good time to enter the trade? Or should I wait a few more bars? Is this really the entry signal that I'm looking for? And then you are in a trade, and let's say the trade is moving in your direction. And now you wonder, shall I take profits right now, or shall I let my profits run? If so, for how long? Or the trade might go against you, and you might be wondering, should I get out of the trade right now, or should I give the trade a little bit more room? See, indecision, an important emotion that we face as trader. Panic could be another emotion. Did it ever happen to you that you were in a trade and suddenly the market jumped up and down very quickly? Maybe you forgot to check the economic reports that are scheduled to be released on this day. Maybe you forgot that Bernanke was speaking, or whatever it might be. Suddenly, an event is shaking the market, and you start panicking and wondering, what's going on here? What should I do now? A little bit like Chicken Little, right? Other emotions that we face is ignorance. I mean, especially for us guys, okay? It's very important that we admit when we are wrong. Don't close your eyes. Many traders actually ignore if a trade is going against them, and they start rationalizing why the trade will turn around soon. Usually doesn't happen. Another emotion, pride. Again, too proud to admit that we were wrong about the direction of the market. Not every trade will work out for us. Not every trade is a winner. We talked about this. Losses are part of our business. So if you're wrong, admit it quickly, get out of the trade and move on. Okay? As you can see, there are a lot of emotions that we experience as a trader. Most of these emotions are negative emotions. Therefore, it is so important that you control your emotions and do not let your emotions dictate your trading decisions. Especially when you are in a trade, you need to be cool and relaxed. Now, you need to know that there are two factors that intensify these emotions. The first factor is real money. You might not experience these emotions when you're paper trading or when you're trading on a simulated account, but as soon as you start trading with real money, you will suddenly experience a completely different picture here when trading. Suddenly all these emotions are coming out, so be prepared for this. Another factor that intensifies these emotions is the real-time profit and loss. I think this is really a huge problem that these days all the trading platforms show you your profit and loss in real time. Because you know how the market is ticking. You might be up $50 and in the next second you're down $50. See, when I started trading, I didn't have real-time charts. I had to call my broker to get intraday quotes. Otherwise, the only possibility to get quotes was from the newspapers. Therefore, as soon as I received my fill, I placed my stop loss and profit target in the market, and there was nothing I could do. Later in the afternoon, the broker would call back and let me know whether I got filled, and in between, I couldn't do much. See, this real-time profit and loss intensifies these emotions. So it's best not to watch the trade. Put the trade on autopilot, okay? Use bracket orders. Most trading platforms support bracket orders, which means that you can attach a profit target and a stop loss, and then basically let the trade take care of itself. Okay? All right, now let's move on to the next mistake, the failure to accept and limit losses. You need to understand that trading is not a one-way street. Losses are part of our business. And you have heard the saying, let your profits run. But what most traders do, they let their losses run. Do not make this mistake. You can avoid this mistake by always having a stop loss order in the market. Do not use a mental stop loss. Really physically put a stop loss order in the market. And you need to understand that losses, if you experience a loss, it does not mean that you failed. It just means that the market was not cooperating. You see, as humans, we are striving for perfection because this is how our society works. This is how our education system works. How do you achieve good grades in school? By not making any mistakes. How do you advance in your job? Not making any mistakes, doing everything right. You see, we are rewarded for doing things right and we are punished for doing things wrong. Now, many traders, especially those who are new to trading, think that when they experience a loss, they made a mistake and they take it personally. They strive for perfection and start improving a system, which usually leads to over-optimization and curve fitting. Accept the fact that there will be losses, but limit your losses so that a single loss doesn't wipe out your trading account. Next point, the lack of commitment. And especially after watching the last video, you know that trading is a profession. Take it seriously and invest the time, effort, and commitment that is needed. Always keep in mind, in order to make money in the markets, two conditions have to be met. First, you have to be ready, and second, the market has to be ready. And this is why I put up this picture here of the girl who is right now daydreaming, probably. I certainly hope that she is not sitting in front of a computer trying to trade. See, when you trade, you have to be single-mindedly focused on the market. Trading opportunities can show up in a few seconds. Do not take your eyes off the screen. It's very important that you follow what the market is doing. But you don't have to do it all day. I personally like to trade only the first 2 hours in the morning. After this, there's the lunch break, and as you know, the markets are just going sideways because I'm not the only trader who after 2 hours needs to take a break. Just if you have ever been in Chicago or New York during lunchtime, you will see that traders are basically all in the street. They're smoking, they're grabbing some lunch, they're just chatting. They need to get out of the floor. There are horrible working conditions on the floor. Just think about it. There's no daylight. It is incredibly loud. Everybody is yelling and screaming. Okay, so a bunch of grumpy guys there, and especially if you're trading in the pits, you're just stacked in there with hundreds of other traders. The same here. Even if you're trading on the screen, don't make the mistake of watching the screen and watching the markets all day long. But when you watch the markets, be there, be focused. And if for whatever reason you don't feel well, for example, you're having a cold, you're feeling sick, I don't know, something else came up in your life that it requires your attention, maybe in your family, a family emergency, whatever this might be. If this happens, close all your positions and focus your energy on these other aspects that are influencing your life. Okay? Do not let these emotions affect your trading decision. All right, let's move on to the last mistake, which is overtrading. And you see, traders overtrade for one of the following three reasons. Reason number one, greed. So this is where many traders say, well, today is my day. Let's assume that you started trading in the morning and things are really going well. You have the first win, you have the second win, maybe you even have 3 wins in a row. You say, wow, today it works. Today is payback time. Today I'm making back all the money that I lost last week, last month, last year, whatever this might be. So you keep trading and trading, and might have experienced it. What happens? You make money in the morning and you give it back in the afternoon. Or you make money in the beginning of the week and then you give it back later in the week. Do not make this mistake. This is why in the Home Study Course Pro and in our coaching program we introduce the concept of weekly goals. It is very important that you adhere to weekly goals and walk away once you have achieved the goal. Keep in mind, the key to making money with trading is to make money and keep it and not giving it back to the markets. Reason number 2 for overtrading is revenge. And a typical sentence here is, I show you. And you might have experienced this. You start trading in the morning, and what happens is the market just touched your stop loss. You're getting out of position with the loss, and then the market turns around and moves in your direction. And this happens once, and this happens twice, and now you're getting angry. And now you're trading out of revenge. Now you really say, okay, I keep trading here until I get my money back that I lost this morning. And this is where many traders keep trading, and what happens? They usually just pile on to your losses. Why? Well, because usually one of the two criteria that we mentioned on the previous page are not met. You have to be ready and the market has to be ready. If you face several losses in a row, then either there's something wrong with you that you can't focus, or the market is not ready for your trading strategy. Don't extend a losing streak. If you have achieved your maximum daily loss, walk away. Do not try to take revenge. Okay, it doesn't work with the markets. The markets are always stronger. Reason number 3, impatience. For many traders, there's this little voice in their head that says, if you don't trade today, you don't make any money. Newsflash, if you don't trade today, you also don't lose any money. It is very important that you patiently wait for your trading opportunity, for the trade that meets all the criteria that you have specified in your trading plan. You see, now we are going full circle. First of all, it is important that you have a plan, and then secondly, that you have the discipline to follow the plan, because otherwise you might be overtrading. You will experience that there are days, sometimes even weeks, when there's nothing to trade, when the markets are not cooperating with you, when the markets do not give you and your trading strategy any trading opportunities. Don't get nervous at this time. Be patient. Don't trade because you're bored, or don't trade just because you want to trade. This leads to overtrading. Alright, so now you know the top 6 reasons why traders lose money and what you can do to avoid them. Let's move on to the next video.